6. Command Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
This is what Com 1 sounds like.
Check, check. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute since we've been able to get back in something a little bit retro with a little bit new school. And no, it is not the 220 flying G1000s. We'll talk about that later. I am keeping an eye on it. Looks like there's going to be a good update coming out next week that I might give it a shot. But I wanted to fly something with 3 engines today, so I put the poll up. Y'all voted for the MD11, and I'm actually glad you did. Here's why. The sound pack that I really, really liked got an update for the GEs, which we're rocking today, and there's actually some external GE sounds as well. The spool-up sounds have been tweaked. I gotta be honest with you, this sound pack is absolutely changing the way I feel about this airplane. And FS Cabral Continental livery. FS Cabral, if you're not flying an FS Cabral livery for the MD11, are you even flying the MD11? This MD11 livery, look at the gold on the tail, just absolutely perfect. And the wings got the custom textures and everything too, which I absolutely love. So we got a great livery day. We did do a route change. I do apologize. We're not doing the bare metal American today out of JFK because I wanted to save that one for a longer flight. I wanted to do a long haul on that and do a green dot. We're not doing a long haul today. I got some stuff I got to take care of. I go back to work tomorrow. Good news is I'm actually going to GPI, Gulfport, or not Gulfport, geez, Kalispell, Montana, Glacier Park, GPI. That's where we're flying today. I don't know. I probably should have done a test flight with this airplane. I don't know if this airplane could fly that RMP approach and land southbound in the mountains. So if you haven't been up to keep saying Gulfport Biloxi. It's not Gulfport. I think that's GP something. But GPI, which is Kalispell, Montana. The approach in here is pretty wild, and it's a beautiful airport. And people always ask me, "What's my favorite airport?" I'm like, I don't know, man. This is my new favorite airport in the U.S. just in real life because it's like going to a ski lodge, and it's got a whole new vibe to it. If you've ever been skiing or snowboarding, and you know how you say at the lodge, they got the wood cabin or the wood cabin feel, I guess, with the fire and everything. That's exactly what this airport feels like IRL. Now, I did get a freeware scenery from 2020. I don't know if it's that great or not. There is a payware 2020 scenery that I might actually pick up if we like this approach and fly in and out of here a little bit more often. But yeah, this is kind of one of those airports that it's hidden in the mix of all the other airports we fly to, but it actually is pretty dang good to fly in and out of. So the scenery is good, the mountains are awesome, the airport is good, and the MD11 is going to be absolutely crushing today. So I can't wait. Joe Plaint, Mr. Chicago, my man. Congratulations, Mr. Chicago. Got his instrument type down. Absolutely fantastic, man. Congratulations. The Joe Plains instrument is checked off the list, dude. Enjoy it, man. That's a tough one. IR is a tough one. So congrats on getting that wrapped up, my man. What's next? Are you going to are you staying in it full time? You going right into the next, what is it, commercial single? What are your plans next, man? But that's awesome. Enjoy it. That's a load off your back, I am sure, getting the IR rating done, man. That's very cool, dude. Beacon reflection off the engine is crazy good. Which one? Oh, right here? Yeah, I know. With the truck in the background? I know, dude. Prodigus, what's up, my man? You're telling me the A220 isn't retro? Dude, I just can't. The 220, man. I don't know what it is. I've never been excited about the 220. So I know it's all the hype right now. Everybody's going to want to milk it because it's the new release, and that's what YouTubers do, is you got to milk the new releases. But I just can't. I'm just not excited. And if I'm not excited about something when we stream it, I feel like I don't put out a good product just because I just don't want to be there. I'd rather do something else. So that's how I feel right now. Maybe my opinions will change. I also know there's some terrain, and like their terrain masking thing was pretty crazy with the performance hit. Basically everything that's on the screens is always there, even though they're hidden behind masks. That's why the performance is so bad. So when they get that update fixed up, it might be worth a shot, because I will tell you this, the Trans Air Canada livery is pretty sweet on the 220. It does look pretty cool. I like that livery. But here in the U.S., I mean, the 220 is pretty niche. I mean, Delta flies it, and Moxie flies it, and JetBlue flies it, and that's about it. So it's just, it's a throwaway airplane, tin can airplane, a couple 100,000 cycles and be done. But try the 220 LCY. You know what, Friction Mafia? I did really enjoy that London City approach we did in the Fokker. I wish we had a 190 E2. If we had a 190 E2, then I think I'd be a lot more excited. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Never flown into or out of GPI, IRL, and Sim. Gonna have to check it out. Zach Dill, yes, you're definitely gonna have to check it out, man. So it's weird. I think the IA is FCR, and then the ICAO is GPI, and then it's called Kalispell, Montana. So the ICAO codes are weird on this one. I had to look it up. The first time I flew it, it was FCR on my schedule. I'm like, what is FCR? And then it was like, how does FCR correspond to Kalispell, Montana? And then I was like, GPI, what is GPI? How is that Kalispell? Well, it's Glacier Park International. I think that's what it stands for. So anyway, the codes are weird, but the airport is awesome. I hope this freeware scenery is okay. I'll be able to judge it when we get there. I probably should have checked it out to make sure it is good. But I know there is a payware for 2020 that looked pretty good. There is a 2020 payware that looks pretty good. I just don't know if it's compatible in 24. So, D-Doom, what's up, man? Tail texture slaps. I know, dude. This tail texture is on. Just the gold, the metallic gold is perfect, dude. Absolutely perfect. Kato, what's going on, man? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, I think when you fly the 220, you'll enjoy it. It's got a nice charm with its quirks. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know, Kato. There's something to me, I think it's a newer generation thing, to be honest with you. There's something to me about flying screens on screens that I'm just like, ugh. I mean, I like the 350. I never fly the 3. How many times have we flown 350 on this channel? It's just screens on screens on screens. I don't get excited about that stuff. You know what I do get excited about, Kato? Let me show you, my friend. Oh, not that. That's a screen on screen. I get excited about these types of cockpits right here. Big boy, heavy metal, MD11. So let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. I did actually just sync my FCU, so that's why that autopilot is off. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and power up the airplane. I haven't flown this. I really wanted to get a practice flight in. I haven't flown this since the last time we flew it, which has been quite a while, so we're going to hopefully knock the rust off here as we go. We've got the galley power and external power. Let's go ahead and connect external power.
Autopilot.
And we'll connect that. And you hear the fans, though? I mean, this updated sound pack is great on this airplane, man. It really, it's changing the game on this airplane for me. Let's go ahead and get our background lighting up here. I'm trying to remember where all the lights are on this sucker. There's one more switch somewhere in here. Anyway, all right, let's go up the overhead. Let's get this thing fired up. We'll go nav 1, 2, and 3. Fire test. Larry's World. What's up, my man? Happy Friday, everyone. Going to Founders Week. Very cool.
SWA has some great liveries. What's your favorite livery from Isle?
What's up, my peeping, for the $10 bank angle check. My favorite American livery has got to be Astrojet, dude. Astrojet, or even just the, yeah, nothing compares to the Astrojet. Bare metal was always going to be my favorite no matter what it is. I love bare metal airplanes, but Astrojet is bare metal and it's super retro, so that's got to be one of my favorites. Thanks again, Mike P, for the bank angle check, my man. Appreciate you. Very kind. Ooh, I didn't know that reset my camera view when I did that. All right, coming back down. Emergency power. We're going to put arm to on. Let's come down here. Thunderstorm off. Let's go ahead and arm the emergency exit lights. No smoking can come on. Seatbelts can stay off. Nav lights, logo lights can come on. Those are all good. Let's go ahead and get the hydraulic pressure system test going. So that's going to go into test mode. Everything is pretty much auto up there. We can do a enunciator test.
Overspeed.
All the good light test. That looks good. And then engine ABU fire test. Handle should light up. There we go. I'll go ahead and kill the master caution. All right, FMC. Let's pull this sucker out here. Going to Founders Plaza tomorrow, huh? Larry's World. All right, man. Well, hey, you know what? You might actually, well, you won't see me blast off. I'm going to be on the 339. I'm going to be commuting out tomorrow. I'll be on the 339 departure, but I'm not going to be flying it. It's going to be just a commute flight. Got a line this month, and it's a terrible line, but it is what it is. All right, I'll put you on ACARS, because why not? Scrocken 2000 standby, that looks good. Let's do a Magic Barrel ref here. We'll go over to our EFB dispatch. There is our flight plan. Let's go ahead and set payload and fuel right now. Send the flight plan to the FMC. Let's bring out our charts, and I have my mini iPad next to me, but we'll just pull this up here real quick. SFO, taxi, 10-9, we have that ready to go. Let's call up clearance delivery. Oh yeah, emergency power to arm, not on. Why did I put that to on? There we go, emergency power on. There we go, thank you. Emergency power is armed, and flight plan and NIT. We'll leave you right there. Flight plan and NIT. And we're going from KSFO, KGPI. What is Gulfport Biloxi's code? Because I feel like Gulfport is close to GPI. All right, let's see if we can get our clearance from Say Intentions today. San Francisco clearance, good evening. Continental 357 clearance to GPI. Why am I not hearing GPT? Thank you. So, I don't know why I'm not hearing air traffic control. I'm on 21.8. So, this is going to bother me. I'm not flying with Murph yet. I can put Murph on there. So, Say Intentions just had an update. I just updated it before the stream. I shouldn't have done that. I'm not getting any...
Southwest 4090 ready for push and start.
Okay, maybe
Southwest 4090 cleared for push and start.
Alright. I don't know what's going on. It's giving me some weird issues.
Pushback approved, Southwest 4090.
San Francisco ground, Continental 357's clearance to Glacier Park.
357-9er-1 Romeo Bravo Heavy, San Francisco ground,
Uh-oh,
Continental
we're gonna have to change
357 cleared to Glacier Park via the Truck and 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 390 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.9er, squawk 1571.
We have to change that call sign. All right, clear to Glacier Park via the Truck and 2 departure, then is filed, climb, maintain 3000, 390, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 120.9, squawk 1571, Continental 357 Heavy.
United 592, cleared for push and start. Commander 1 Romeo Bravo. Heavy readback correct.
San Francisco ground, Air Transat 285. Heavy requesting pushback and start.
Air Transat 285, heavy push and start approved. Tail southeast.
Now I'm hearing all kinds of guys. I'm trying to see the inhale simulation. I know. So I knew I shouldn't have updated right before because all the I was just getting used to the crazy settings. Now I don't even know where to find my settings again.
Cessna 0 Alpha uniform, runway 28 right, taxi via Charlie, hold short of runway 19er right.
I got to get used to the new layout. I need to change the call sign off. I'll deal with that after we load it up. All right. So we're as filed via the Truck and 2. We're going to go cost index 75. All right, let's go flight plan departure. They give us a runway. I'm going to expect 28 left.
Runway 19er right.
All right, let's go ahead and expect 28 left on the Truck and 2 departure. Truck and 2. Orca transition. Insert that. Scroll all the way down to GPI. Now this is where it's going to get interesting. Glacier Park. We'll have some time en route to fix this, but I want to land 20.
Southwest 4090, runway 28 left taxi via 5B, Alpha Golf, Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot.
What runway did he give him? I'm just going to turn them off for a second. Let's see what the winds are. Favoring 150. So yeah, we'll plan on 20. So GPI. Star, we didn't file. There are no stars. So we want to do the RNAV Zulu. Correction, RNAV Yankee. Wait, why don't they have the chart I want to use? I want to do the RNP runway 20. So RNAV 20. And we'll probably take it from FCAB if we can. Min profile descent altitude is going to be 3346. We're going to insert that. And we're going to do it off of FCAB. Insert that. That's going to be pretty spicy when we get down there. We'll have plenty of time to deal with that en route. We're going to triple check that once we get there. But right now, we're going to be trucking 2 off the ground. If I go to plan mode, we can see, go back to flight plan, and then we can step through this. But we see here now that we are basically climbing right turn. This is a cool departure right here. Climbing right turn on the SID up to 3,000 is checked. And he gave us a squawk of 1571. 1571. We'll put you altitude reporting on. TARA is coming on. We'll go back to map mode. Let's get the APU fired up. We're just going to press the APU power button. And I believe it's just automatic. I know Gulfport's nowhere near GPI, but GPI, GPT, like, it's Cali spell. Why do I want to call it GPI if it's Cali spell? Alright, I need to figure out how to get back to the pilot portal on this thing now to change my settings. Alright, we'll let that run for a second. I was really trying to find... I can't find my pilot portal settings now, man. Pilot portal. I used to have a section for call sign.
Village 210 Airbus 124. Because something.
Give me a second. Co-pilots. Ah, flight plan. Continental 357. It's all in there, but where is my call sign selection? There we go, finally. Golly. Alright, it should be set up now. Alright. Hopefully that fixed it. Put it back to default. Alright. Requesting requesting Got Friends Taylorcraft stream? No. No, thank you, Firefly. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? What's going on here, WJD? Alright, APU is cooking. Let's get the APU air on. With APU air on, we'll disconnect external power once and twice. Let's run some perf data and get our information going. So dispatch, we've sent that. We need to set the final perf init number. So let's go takeoff approach, and let's do some calculations. Performance, runway SFO, runway 28 left. 11,000 feet. We'll get weather information. That looks good. Takeoff weight, get takeoff weight. Let's do optimum. Let's see what it gives us. Calculate. It's going to give us a flap 10 departure. So we'll scroll our dial a flap in here to flap 10. Alright, flap 10 departure, and we'll send those speeds. 36, 37, 59. 136, 130, whoops, 137. 159 for P2. We're doing a flaps 10. And we need to also finish our weights. No alternate. Cruise flight level is 390. Or Continental 357. Didn't finish the init. We did our flight plan, but that was about it. Alright. No alternate. That's fine. Block fuel 46.6. Takeoff gross weights, CG, 0 fuel weight CG. Now if we go over to our perf, takeoff, VCL 224, we'll set whatever's higher, 250 or VCL, so we're going to set 250 there. So 250 is set. We can do profile climb, nav mode off the ground, and it's going to be runway heading is roughly 280, right? Double check that here. $284. All right, 284, 250 is set up to 3,000 feet. Profile. Should be able to get nav armed. I don't know why I can't get nav armed. We'll have to double check that out of here. OAT is 20. And we'll zero out the slope and wind. OAT-17. Tape. Oh, 17C. 17C. There we go, 17C. Alright, thrust is set. We're all set to go there. We're pretty much ready for push and start. Ryan Gents, what's up, my man? Thanks for the $5 super chat. V1 tried to stream a Blue Angel show in 2 hours. Oh, the Blue Angels are performing today? 2 hours? Really? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy it. Where they doing the Blue Angel show at, my man? All right, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Flaps 10. Trim needs to be 5.4. We'll set that after start. That's right. I forgot. All right. APU power. Shoot. Back on. Shite. I didn't mean to shut down the APU. Are you kidding me?
Autopilot.
I just shut down the APU. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, we gotta start the APU again here real quick. You're going to the air show at Boeing Field? Very cool. Very cool. Well, if you ever shut down the APU at the gate, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Because I just shut it down. Son of a gun. Alright, fire it back up. She's coming back up. At least we get 2 APU starts. How about that? Maintenance is going to be pissed. Start cycles on the APU just doubled up. Salutation, an update where you change calls on a fly. There's different phrases you have to say. Please call me. Oh, really, Fernando? All right, I'll have to check that. That would have been useful because the new update that just went off, I haven't had a chance to mess with it, and I shouldn't have updated before the stream. That's what happens when you update right before a stream. You should never do that. All right, let's go ahead and close the cargo door. Let's close the passenger door. We'll move the real chocks. We'll leave the GPU on right now. Okay, APU is on. External power off. Emergency power is on. I don't know why it's on. I think because we had to, should we recycle that? Or it's going through its self-test. We might recycle that. Let's go beacon on. Are we moving? We definitely move. We definitely were moving. Brake set. Jeez. What a way to go. Alright, beacon's on, logo's on, we're ready to go. Fasten seatbelts, let's buckle up. This stream is going to get wild if this is how it's going to start. These are all auto, so we'll leave those there. Fuel pumps are all in auto. Pump 1, those pumps can stay off. We're going to leave those in auto because those are empty. We'll start the pushback and get out of here. Hopefully our flight plan's saved. Please tell me our flight plan's saved. Runway 28 left, truck in, perf data. Yes, it did. Good. Alright. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and call for push and get the heck out of here. My goodness. San Francisco Ground Continental 357 heavy push Alpha 11. I think we're at Alpha 11.
Continental 357 heavy push and start approved. Tail northeast.
Push and start approved. Tail northeast. Continental 357 heavy. Alright, left alt P. Let's get the heck out of here. Thank you, soft reset. Just did a soft reset on the external power. Well, now I'm concerned that the, let's go ahead and release the brake. Park brake release. I'm concerned that the tug is going to have an issue because we're so far forward. I don't know if it's going to be able to capture us. So, what's crazy, this is the old ATA gates over here. Why are we rolling? Why are we rolling forward? What the heck is going on?
November 6, 7000, cross runway 19er left.
Crossing 19er left, November 6, 7000.
Let's try this again. Left Alt P. We still have pressure on 2, though. Should have both of those be in the green, or do we have some type of failure?
American 1459er, cross runway 1 left.
Cross 1 left, American 1459er.
San Francisco ground Air Transat 285. Heavy requesting clearance to cross runway 1 left.
Air Transat 285, heavy, cross runway 1 left.
Delta 2178 ready to
Cross runway 1 left. Air Transat
Delta 2178, runway 28 left, taxi via 5, Alpha Golf Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot.
Runway 28 left, taxi via 5, Alpha Golf
Good
Bravo,
night.
Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot Delta 2178.
Now, I'm not sure which direction he's going to push our tail here. Surely he's not going to push us
American
all the way back
1459er,
around.
cross runway 1 right.
Cross 1 right, American 1459er.
I guess we're making a hard right turn out of the alley. Alright.
Frontier flight 1230,
Brake set,
cross
kind
runway
of.
1 left.
Cross 1 left, Frontier flight 1230.
Oh, you know why? No, APU air is on. I'm wondering why we don't have both in the green.
United
Do we have a
419er,
failure?
Cross runway 19er right.
Crossing 19er right, United 419er.
I got one system in the green, or
Frontier flight 1230, cross runway 1 right.
let's go ahead and start it up. Let's see what happens if we get engine 1 start
Cross
or
runway
engine
1
2
right,
started.
Frontier flight 1230.
We'll call back when we're ready to taxi. Let's go ahead and start engine 2. All right, APU's up. Everything's ready to go. Engine 2's on the move. What's up, Jeff? H-Town loves the old Continental livery? I know, me too, man. Me too. 20% fuel. I've never had that before, though, where we've lost brake pressure. Is that because we power cycled the airplane on accident? Thanks, Bills. Okay, yeah, now they're both green. Okay. Let's go ahead and start engine 1. Shh. I mean, 220 who? $220 what? Did you hear that light off? Let's do that again. Good thing we got 3 engines. Crank your volume on this one, y'all. I'll hit the fuel a little bit early. I mean, that makes me so much more motivated to fly this airplane. It's so good, man. All right, we got 2 good starts. Let's go ahead and go APU air off, and then we'll auto APU shut down by pressing that button. We're doing a flaps 10 departure. Flap sounds are real quiet, as they are the real airplane, even though that's lame. Flight controls. Our free end. Oh, look at that. A meatball with the sunrise out of SFO. Almost screenshot worthy. Alright, stab trim was 5.4. Hydraulics are all in the green now, so that's good. Let's go back to the regular page here. Let's go back to electric. No, that's good. Config. Our flight control. Checking for green boxes, right? That's all good. Stab trim 5.4 units. 5.4 is set. Let's go auto brake, RTO, electric hydraulic pumps are off. And then we'll go back to the status page up here. Or, no, not status. It's, Alright, 5.4 APU power is available. That's coming off, hopefully here shortly. Park brake, seatbelt, no smoking. Flaps are set to 10, correct? No, that's flaps 28. You should be in dial flap zone. Flaps 10. There we go. Flaps 10. That looked a little, I went a little bit too past the a little bit too far off the detail. Alright, so flaps 10 is set, 5.4 and the trim is set, 250 is highest VCL 10,000 feet. Can we arm nav? Yes, we are. Takeoff 153, prof armed up to 10,000 feet. Who's ready to taxi? Ground Continental 357 Heavy ready taxi. No audio from Mike, it says.
Continental 357 Heavy, runway 28 left taxi via Mike 5, Mike 3, Mike 1, Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot. And have you got information, Echo?
We have information, Echo, taxi runway 28 left, Mike 5, Mike 3, Mike 1, Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot.
Ground to flight deck, departure clearance has been requested. Stand by.
Mike 3, Mike 1, Bravo, Foxtrot. So he wants us on the inner crossing at Foxtrot 1.
Ground to flight deck, preparing to push.
Alright, let's go. I know where we're going.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin inserted. Stand by for pushback.
Who are you talking to? Is that my FO talking? We might be using flaps 50 today. WJD, I don't think Borisov's ever going to do an MD11 because getting an MD11 audio right now would be pretty much impossible. But I'm going to be honest with you, man, this sound pack is really good.
Cross 1 right, Delta 178.
Look at the size of those slats leading down. Yeah, I did see FedEx MD11 taxi yesterday, or last trip. I saw an FedEx MD11 landing in Miami. I guess UPS is done with theirs, right? UPS is done with MD11s, but FedEx is going to save theirs. So we need like an MD11 taxi cam binding.
Echo Bravo, Quebec 1, Alpha United 106.
Technically, we can take the inner there. Mike 3, Mike 2.
Citation 6 Alpha Tango, runway
Gave us Mike
28
1, so
right,
actually we
taxi
need
via
to be on
Charlie,
Mike 1.
hold short of runway 19er right.
Western Global still has them? Oh, I didn't know Western Global got theirs up and running again. That's good. That's good. What's up, JJ Stevens? Haven't seen you in a while, man. I'm sure you're all over the 220. Yeah, we're going to have to be doing, I think we're going to do flaps 50 today. All right, auto brakes, TO, seatbelts, spoilers need to be armed. Takeoff all green in the box.
Ground to flight deck, please set parking brakes.
Why is my autopilot talking? to somebody about parking brakes. We're going to jaunt over Bravo. I love taxiing this thing around, man. You really can feel that weight of this airplane. Pax Bam, what's up, dude? Yeah, you're just in time for the juice, dude. Just in time.
American 1, San Francisco ground, runway 28 left taxi via Alpha, Golf, Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot.
All right, going all the way down to Fox 1, and then we'll cross both runways of Fox 1.
American 1. Ground to flight deck, 5 passenger moved.
Nobody ever talks about the CF6 Howl? I know. This is the default SFO. Sometimes it's a little weird on performance.
Ground, Alaska 876 requesting to taxi.
Mr. R88, what's up, man? How you doing? FedEx has returned 4 of the MD11s. They have 25 remaining. I'm not sure where this guy's going. I think he'll disappear if we get close enough. Let's see what happens. Let's go down to Fox 1. No, I think that might have, maybe that was a real player. I don't know. I think the default ones disappear when you get close, don't they? Chicken on the taxiway. I have heard that happen one time. Or expletives said on the radio. Alright, he cleared us to cross, did he not? I believe he did. Clear left. Clear right.
Citation 6 Alpha Tango cross runway 19 right. Crossing 19 right, citation 6 Alpha Tango.
Cross the left, cross on the right, clear right, clear left.
Citation 6 Alpha Tango cross runway 19 left. Cross runway 19 left. Citation 6 Alpha Tango.
Alright, Foxtrot all the way down full length now. Foxtrot all the way down. Brighten up these displays a little bit. Oh, there we go. Right on the fuel cutoff switches. That was a great design, wasn't it? Is the PMDG 777 worth it? Yes, if you want 777 flying, man. The 777 is a great airplane from PMDG. Flight Sim Guy, this is a freeware sound pack from the Flight Sim TO. Just type in MD11 sound pack, Flight Sim TO. It just received an update. And the GEs have some external sounds now that are different, so we'll have to take a listen to those. And Pratt & Whitney got a slew of updates as well, but it's a free sound pack on Flight Sim TO. It totally changes the way I feel about this airplane, no doubt. Should train the A1 to, or AI to stress deviations when Kennedy Street was stressing that Air China. Oh yeah, man, Air China 981, Kennedy ground. I loved it, man. Who's my FO today? Do I have an FO today? Who's my FO today?
Hey B1 Sim, it's your Aussie streamer co-pilot here. Ready for some friendly rivalry with Oz Flight Simmer today?
I sure am. How about you take the radios?
Alright, I've got the radios. Let's get this bird moving.
Alright, he's got the radios.
Continental 357 Heavy, contact tower on 120.5. Have a good morning.
Contacting tower on 120.5. Continental 357 Heavy.
Who's this big boy coming in here? Is that 777? United.
Contact departure, American 1.
San Francisco Tower, Continental 357 Heavy. Good morning, holding short, 28 left, ready for departure.
Continental 357 Heavy, San Francisco Tower, hold short of runway 28 left, 7771 mile final.
Alright, holding short. Does this have a check flap speeds when Captain asks for flaps at 280 knots? You know what, Turk? I actually don't know. I should try that. I should try that. Well, we just made the arrival rush. Look at that APU inlet right there. Or no, not APU inlet. Excuse me. The what the heck is that? Cabin inlet, compressor thing. What is that called? He's a real pilot. Outflow valve.
Tango when ready, contact departure.
Who's out there on fire, man? We got a little haze this morning. Classic Jet Sim pilot, what's up, my man? Classic Jet Sim pilot, dude, I'm so confused. I was thinking about doing the MD80 today. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know even how to get that thing updated. I bought the anniversary edition that I thought was 2024 native, and now you have to pay for a 2024 native version, but I don't know how to get my free native version updated because I had the anniversary edition, but I don't even know, dude, I don't even know where to start. Classic Jet Sim pilot. Leonardo's dead to me. Why can't you just download an installer or just put it in the freaking Contrail app and say, there you go? The FSim boomers just went nuts. I know, Flight Sim guy. Oh, is he going around?
Continental 357 Heavy, runway 28 left, winds 300 at
just went
10,
around.
fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
What?
Runway 28 left, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Continental 357 Heavy.
All right, let's get out of here. Light it up. All right, those roll on. Strobes are coming on. Turn-off lights are on. Where's my flight attendant? Dang the flight attendants somehow. Let's go. What is this guy doing? Oh, that's some other player trolling, I think. I think that's a live player trolling. What are you doing, pal? Tony B. Yo, Tony B, you gonna get off the runway or what?
Continental 357 Heavy, hold position, traffic on final.
Oh, this ain't good. Is it full flap sim? I don't know. Tony B, UKB, whatever that is. Troll. Flyers MC, what's up, my man? Been flying the HA65 Dolphin? Dude, so I actually might have to try the Dolphin Fly USMC because of...
1750, winds 320 at 4, cleared to land, runway 28 left.
What? No.
Cleared to land 28 left, United 1750.
We're going. We're going. Spool him up. He already cleared us for takeoff. I'm not going to sit there and wait for that guy to land behind us. Is it this one? Jeez, which one is it? Yep. Yoga. Get some. Absolutely. Let's get back on center line here. V1, rotate. That was quick. Positive rating, gear up. Fly with. Yeah, we're light today, doing 20 degrees max here.
Stabilizer motion.
Climb thrust.
357, heavy contact departure.
We definitely made that or above
Contacting
530
departure,
feet.
Continental 357 Heavy.
Bank angle check to the right. We're supposed to level at 3.
NorCal departure, Continental 357 Heavy. Good morning, climbing through 1,500.
Continental 357 heavy, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, turn right, heading 050, direct trucking when able, then own navigation.
Stabilizer motion.
Climb and maintain 10,000. Right heading 050, direct trucking when able, then own navigation. Continental 357 Heavy.
Up to 10,000 now.
Continental 357 heavy, traffic at your 12 o'clock 4 miles, same altitude 777.
Looking for the traffic, Continental 357 Heavy.
Alright. Climbing 10,000 with the, we're probably going to outclimb that 777. As light as we are.
NorCal departure, American 1059, 15,000.
Let's not blow past this 10,000 this time. Here comes 9 for 10.
NorCal departure, good morning. Continental 357 heavy, climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb and maintain 13,000. Continental 357 Heavy.
13th set. Up we go. Out of 10, looking for 309. Lights are coming off.
Continental 357 heavy, contact Oakland Center on 119.475.
Contacting Oakland Center on 119.475. Continental 357 Heavy.
I'm trying to figure out what this is. That's like Oakland Airport on down there?
Oakland Center, Delta 570, climbing flight level 310 for flight level 320.
Oakland Center, Continental 357 Heavy.
13.
Good morning. 10,000 for 13,000.
Continental 357 Oakland Center, good morning, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level
21.
210, Continental 357.
Then own nav the truck in, so here
Delta
we go.
570, good morning, sir.
After Orca, it's FICAB. I need to clear out that disco.
Oakland Center, Delta 570, comm check.
Delta 575 by 5.
Alright, there we go. Is the Free Sound Packer, Free Sound Pack secretly Boris? No, it's not. I actually don't know who it is, but it's really friggin' good, man. Alright, let's go ahead and get the autopilot on here once we get it trimmed out a little bit more. There we go, we're looking good. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if this profile works or not. Autopilot engaged. I may have to go to a different MD11 profile, we'll see. Click spot for this. It's so weird. Just, that's coming off. Those are coming off. Logo can stay on. We're at a 10,000 feet. Plenty by plenty. Flight plan. One out to trucking. We're cruising now. That was a pretty wild departure. All over the place. Blew through that. Oh, it's at or above 3,000 at tie-dye. Oh, that's good. I thought it was 3,000 or below, so we technically didn't violate that. At or above 3,000. Alright, getting ready to go through 18. Standard set now. 2992. Once, twice, and thrice. You are synced up. Yep, once, twice, and thrice. We'll go. Auto brakes coming off.
Delta 721, roger. Good morning, sir.
Smoke them if you got them. The MD11, get the smoking available. Increase range. I want to get, see, we've got terrain on there. I don't even think we need weather radar. We'll leave terrain on for now. There's nothing out there today. Nothing out there today. Turn the sounds down, recoup our life here.
United 592, Oakland Center, roger.
You can definitely hear the growl even on the outside now. Listen to that. That's pretty good. Gross weight 383.6. Yeah, we were really light. Oakland Center, Continental 357 Heavy requesting higher. I'm going to turn off the FO on this one now. I've got the radios. Yeah, it's free. It's free BKG. Free, for sure.
Alaska 705, climb and maintain flight level 240.
The haze is smoking the camera views, but it is a, it is beautiful. Look at that. Let's see if I can find a link for you.
Continental 357, climb and maintain flight level 390.
Climb and maintain flight level 390, Continental 357 Heavy.
Continental 357.
Simblets, I thought I turned you off. Here it is right here. MD11 sound.
Climbing to flight level 240, Alaska 705.
Right there. It's drag and drop now. Drag and drop now. It used to be pretty crazy, but now it's drag and drop. You had so much smoke in Wisconsin, visibility is almost zero.
Traffic 2 o'clock.
Oh, it's the Canada
left
wildfires, right?
Heavy Boeing 777, flight level 350.
Isn't it a bunch of wildfires in Canada screwing things up? Canada and Minnesota recently too? Jeez. BKG, he has a 330 sound pack as well? Really?
Southwest 1229, roger. Good morning.
Do I have a favorite airliner? You talk about in the sim, Devin? Favorite airliner in the sim? Or like personal favorite airliner? Something with more than 2 engines, dude. In the sim, though, I think the best airliner experience you can buy in the sim is the Phoenix package. The Phoenix, hands down, is probably the best all-around package that you can buy in the sim. Right there next to Phoenix, it would be the PMDG 737 series. Or, you know, you could even argue the 777 series as well. The PMDG wide body. You know, best wide body in the sim right now, hands down, is the PMDG 777. questions asked. Best narrow body in the sim is the Phoenix
Southwest
320
49,
series.
traffic 1 o'clock and 1-2 miles, same direction.
In Arizona where I live, it's not that hazy. It just has dust storms and monsoons. You know what's funny, JD Aviation? I just got a reminder on my phone. I posted it in the Discord. 15 years ago, I was flying a Piper Arrow at a Casa Grande, Arizona, and I was out trying to outrun a Haboob. And I got caught just a little bit, but I remember that flight because I have another picture too, where we were in front of the Haboob. But yeah, we were outrunning a Haboob coming up from the south. Canadians are smoking everyone out right now. I just thought Captain Canada just, was going to town. That's why all the smoke was coming down. Sorry about the ears there. I wanted to cinematic. Oh, hold on, copy.
Delta 570, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Leaving flight level 370 for flight level 400, Delta 570.
Delta 721, best speed, Mach 0.80. Delta 570, continue descent, flight level 330.
Down to flight level 330, Delta 570.
All right. Oh, we're going to have more juice now, Chad. We got our coffee delivery. We are crushing it. My 7-year-old, man. My daughter turned 7 yesterday. We just got back from Great Wolf Lodge. So, can't believe my daughter is 7. All right. What were we talking about? A Haboob. Birthday girl actual. I know. I hope the Bluebird 757 is really good. Devin, I think it will be, man. Mr. Martini. Mr. Martini, hey, I want to say thank you. I'm glad you're in the chat. Mr. Martini. Miss V1 Sims here too, Mr. Martini. We used your Buc-ee's gift card from Expo yesterday. So I want to just shout out and say thank you, man. I know you delivered a gift card. So thank you, man. I really appreciate you and the support for the channel over a long time, man. Mr. Martini, you've been around a very long time. So I appreciate your support, my man. Thank you for the Buc-ee's. Yeah, we went to, let's see, 2 days ago we went to Great Wolf Lodge. Yeah, went to Great Wolf Lodge, spent a couple days there in the water park, and the next day we spent half a day there, then came home and had a little birthday party. So. Shout out Mr. Martini on that one. I don't know if it's just me, but ABO planes fly really weird. It's like the aft part just floats in the air on rotation, even when they're heavy. Devin, I know what you mean. It's almost like it just pops off the ground. Like you rotate and you're just airborne, right? I know the sensation that you're talking about. I think some aircraft actually have that sensation, but it's weird that all of them do. Like the MD11 to me, I feel like, or excuse me, the L1011.
Negative contact, Delta 2178.
I feel like that one feels correct because of, I don't know, but like if you fly the 330? Is it the 330, the default 330? Yeah, the 330 felt a little strange to me too, but I know what you mean. It's just kind of like you just pop off the ground. You're not really rotating. I'm not sure. A350 does the same thing, BKG. I haven't flown that in a very long time yet. But I just, that's my whole thing, A350 and 220, man. It's just so much glass. I get it's the hype train. I get it's, it's the new kid on the block. And I totally understand. There's people that absolutely love the 220, whether you fly the 220 real world, maybe you live in a breeze airport like JJ, or you're close to an airport where 220 service is common. Like for me, I've only been on a 220 twice, and I was not impressed either time. And it's just personal preference, man. We can all have differences, right? But that aside, I do think the product itself, the Synaptic 220, I think it will be good. I think they've tried to model a lot of stuff there under the hood. It just doesn't appear that it was ready, Like, I just don't know. I don't know if they just said, hey, this is a timeline. We're going to push it out at this date. And we're, you know, that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Kind of what it feels like. What happened here? My window shades down? That's interesting.
Delta 2044, good morning.
I don't know why I'm not hearing Delta or anybody calling. I'm just hearing the radio call back.
Delta 2044, rating 5 by 5.
Must be on a different center frequency.
Southwest 2773, continue descent, flight level 230.
Pilot unknown. Thank you for the 11 months of support, my man. Appreciate you. Look at the time to climb. Jeez, we're almost at 39,000 feet. Gross weight is only 380. I want to show you guys how I set up my iPad too, because everyone always asks for my iPad.
Altitude.
IRL, give me the screens. I like boring. Boring equals safe, and the sim make me work. Classic Jet Sim pilot, I'm right there with you, man.
Leaving flight level
That's how I feel,
240
dude.
for flight
I think
level
that's why I'm
30,
anti-G1000 too, you know?
Southwest 2789.
Because it's just like, make me work in the sim. Let me have some fun. I don't want to be bored. When you get a call from crew scheduling for some extra flying on your day off, you just want to watch V1 finish laundry, insert Bugs Bunny, no need. No. Exactly, dude. Exactly, reset jet. Alright, we're leveling here at 390. I've said this before, but I think the 220 is one of the best narrow bodies out there as a passenger, maybe even one of the best airliners as a whole. The cockpit, unbelievable point. What? Dude, Prodigious. The 220 rides so rough, dude. It rides rough. The speed brakes are so fast to deploy. There's no smoothing or buffering on them as soon as you pop them. Or actually, when you stow them, they just, whoop, your stomach goes into your belly no matter what happens. It's loud. I don't know. The 220 IRL feels like a rushed product, just like the Synaptic 220. They did a good job. They captured the feeling of it, the IRL. Now, you give me an E190 E2, that is something that I'll be interested in. All right, we level off at flight level 390. Wow, look at this view going over the mountains here. We gotta lock this in here for a second. That is beautiful.
Delta 2178, climate.
I don't like G1000s because I like information. I have a location. I don't like having to click. Yeah, I know what you mean, Darth Rust.
Delta 2178.
The mouse. You know what else I don't like, and I never really liked it on the Embraer series either. Real world is the touch screen. Like so on the, I don't know what they call it on the 220 or the trackpad, but on the Embraer 170 you had a trackpad, and you would have to like move the little mouse cursor and then press the button, and it, you know, it's intuitive, but it's also, I'd rather just have buttons, honestly. You know, you fly, you get in there behind, you know, some chick that was flying and she had lotion or whatever, and it gets all gunked up, and then the little mouse cursor darts all over the screen. You got to get a little flight deck sandy wipe and clean it off, and, you know. Because I remember, I think it's similar in terms of the trackpad, but doesn't the 220 have a track ball instead of a trackpad? Maybe it's different. But I do remember those trying to use the mouse on that thing. And like sometimes you'd scroll over and you have to select the item at the bottom of the sub menu, and then you get halfway down to the bottom of the sub menu, then the mouse cursor would dart off the screen. I don't like the G1000. Oh, I ordered another one. Would love to have fly on a 220 one day at Delta, probably Seattle. Yeah, I mean, I've took one back from Expo 2 years ago. The Boston Providence Expo. I took a 220 from Boston to DFW, and it was all right. I mean, honestly, it's a regional jet experience. That's all it is. That's why I think it's funny when it's a regional jet, man. It was designed as a C Series, the Canada Air C Series regional jet. Give me a 7.3 any day of the week. Twice on Sunday. Unless it's a clapped out like NG. Let me rephrase that. Give me a max. Give me a max over a 220. I'll take a 220 over at NG though. Freaking hot in the back of those NGs sometimes in the summer. If you hate screens, you'll hate the G700. I know. Those, even the overhead. Classic Jet, take care, my man. We'll see you, bud. I think something was wrong.
Altimeter 3040, Southwest 2789.
Take care, Classic Jet Sim pilot. You got me back on it. MD11 Africa Ops. Oh, yeah. That's a sick view right there. I love this gold. I can definitely hear the outside sounds a bit changed. Definitely hear the difference.
Delta 1170, climb flight level 360.
Unfortunately, I don't think any devs will pick up an E2 anytime soon. Not enough real-world operators to garner interest, but it has grown. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't think it will either, Prodigist. The only reason I really like that E190 E2 is the I don't know, it gives me 757 Neo vibes. The E190 E2 looks like a miniature 757 Neo. The long, skinny fuselage, raked wingtips, big Pratts hanging out on the outside. If a 7.5 were a Neo, that's the miniature version of it. Jeremy Harvey in the house. What's going on, man? How you been, Jeremy? I've used the mouse on the 220 in real life, and where your fingers rest to click the buttons, it's weird. Yeah. I gotta get full flap sim over here. We'll do a. If we do fly the 220, probably won't be next week. My schedule sucks.
Contact Oakland Center on 134.45.
3445 Continental 357 Heavy. I got a 4-day trip, a day off, 4-day trip. Sucks. So I probably won't stream next week. Might not be till a week after that. But when I do, if I do fly the 220, I'm gonna have to get full flap sim in the right seat. Get full flap in the right seat for it. Oakland Center, good morning. Continental 357 Heavy, fly level 39 strong.
Continental 357, Oakland Center, good morning.
Blackbird Controls is in the house and dropping the 20 gifted subs.
SkyWest 5676, when ready to send.
Blackbird, my man, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for the massive support here on the channel. I heard Blackbird Controls released a 220 tiller. Is this true? Is this true? Blackbird Controls, my man. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure you check out Blackbird for any of your Honeycomb Bravo throttle needs. I'm actually using his 727 levers today since he never made a MD11 pack. I'm using his 727 levers as my MD11 throttles today. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. No going home either on that day off, I'm assuming. I'm going to try Reset Jet. I'm going to try, but it's going to be a miserable... I mean, it's going to be come home, do laundry. Because I won't get home till 1 a.m. because I'm going to miss the last flight out on the first 4-day probably. So I have to, or the second to last flight, because it's stupid. They used to do 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. flights. Now they're doing a 7:30 flight and a 10:30 flight. It's like, what are you doing? Why'd you just axe 2 flights? So if I don't make that 7:30, it means I won't get home till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on my day off, and then I literally have to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning the following day to catch my commute out on the first one. The only silver lining to all this is I have 8 DFW overnights. So my first 4-day trip, I got 2 DFW overnights. The next 4-day trip, I got 2 DFW overnights. So I got some Dallas overnights. So spent some time in my own bed, but they're all short, 12 hours. So drive to the airport, drive home, go to sleep, wake up, drive to the airport kind of deal. But at least my kids will know I still exist. So it's essentially a 9-day, pretty much, Bill's Mafia. How'd you get 8 DFW overnights? TTS, Sam, the most archaic, stupid trip trading system available in existence. I was messing around with it. So I was able to swap out of my 4-day trips. I got 4 4-days that were absolutely crap, and I've swapped into 4 4-days with crap and mayonnaise. So, at least it'll slide down easier. Are you still in the down south, Sam? Or are you back up north now? My brother's going for his PPL, and he's really good at flying, but he struggles to be motivated to do book work. His goal is 120 flying. He's 19. Well, I think we're all, at 19, I think a lot of us are struggle to do the book work, man. We all just want to get in the airplane and fly and have fun. That's normal. But as long as he can, if he can study and just, if he's motivated to get in the airlines, Jeremy, he's going to have to learn to get in the books a little bit. Because You know, you can fly as good as, you know, Chuck Yeager, but if you can't pass any of the written tests or anything like that, you may struggle getting those job opportunities. So.
Flight level 320.
My AA pilot friend has 20 days off next month.
Roger, good morning.
Well, is he on a 777? He's either on a 777 or he's a senior, or he's pretty senior. FSS did not need to touch the E2 until they finished the 170. BKG, what is going on with the 170? I thought we had a custom FMS on that last release. Is it still not a custom FMS in VNAV? For some reason, I thought that last big update that FSS released was the VNAV and all that stuff. I'm probably not going to touch the 154 WJD. I'm probably not going to touch the one. I don't really have an interest in the Tupolev. Blackbird, what's up, my man? Thank you for the $10 super chat as well. Thank you, Blackbird. Appreciate all support. Says, I was going to apologize for missing so many streams, but it sounds like the serving of crap and mayonnaise is probably more likely the culprit. It is indeed, Blackbird. It is indeed, my man. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate the support. Very kind. Yeah, it's been my schedule's been pretty tough, dude. It's bottom of the barrel scheduling, that is for sure. I feel like I'm back at the regionals. Do you think we need better sounds for the MD? Honestly, Drew, this free sound pack, I don't know if you heard, I mean, if you go back to the startup, I mean, in cruise is very nice too. It seems very believable. It's got that MD11 quiet luxury liner-ness feel to it. But the startup sounds, the takeoff sounds, just go back and listen to the startup and takeoff, dude. The startup was amazing. This is the GE's, the recently updated sound pack. Honestly, if more of you were interested in watching MD11 streams, I would stream this airplane a lot more because it's actually a whole lot of fun. It's very unique in how it flies. It's a bit challenging and clunky, but I never got excited about it because the sounds were kind of, I don't know, not exciting. But now the sounds are a little bit more exciting, maybe a little bit more on the cinematic side, if you will, and it breathes new life into the jet for me.
Radar services terminated. November 6, 7000. Change to advisory frequency approved.
A link for the sound pack? Yeah, a link for the sound pack is right here.
Radar services terminated.
Do you think flashcards are helpful? Yeah, Jeremy, I use flashcards all the time. Matter of fact, that's pretty much all I use. I use the digital flashcard app. What's it called? I don't know why I can't think of it. There's like an app that's for flashcards. You make your own flashcards on your phone, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. That's what I used to study for the last, 10 years. I made my own flashcard sets. Where is it here?
Alaska 705, contact Seattle Center on 134.9er.
I haven't had to use it in a really long time, so now I don't even know what it's called. But Quizlet, thank you, Zach. Quizlet is the name of the app, Quizlet. I like Quizlet because you can, I'm sure there's other apps that do it. Quizlet, honestly, is the first app that I was shown, so I've just used Quizlet for a very long time. Yeah, Quizlet. And speaking of Quizlet, I will be headed back to my first ever 737 recurrent here very soon. So you know what that means. That means get ready for some 737 study content coming at you on the stream. Absolutely. All right, I wanted to show you guys something too here. If I get my camera to get out. If not, I'll have to do a separate video. But everyone's asking me, so like, why don't I show the charts anymore on the screen most of the time? And it's because I have, so basically my old iPad, or my company issued iPad when I first got hired, and they ended up switching to new ones. So I ended up buying it for a discounted price. So I had an extra iPad. So now I use my personal iPad for my simming, and I set up my personal iPad just like I do in the real airplane. And it's pretty cool that you can do that with the Navigraph app and the Sim app. Let me see if I can bring this over here. All right. Actually, I could probably just bring the iPad to you guys. Let's do that. Why is it so zoomed in? Hold on.
1314, contact Salt Lake City Center on 128.725.
We're going to get rid of this camera here. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to see much of it, but we'll try. So, this is how I set up my iPad
slow to 250 knots.
in the real jet. So basically, I'll have my Navigraph charts or my Navigraph chart app, and I make this half screen. And then I have my sim brief on the other half of my iPad. And then you can highlight, you can draw on it, whatever. I don't know why I got the annotations on right now. I just blew it out with the light. How'd I do that? Anyway, you get the picture. But it's real. That's how I set up my real world iPad. Is I split both the Navigraph app and then the SimBrief PDF file out here in bright mode.
Southwest 3573, good morning.
Reverse you. Now, what I wish I could do is show you guys or link my iPad to the screen so you could see me moving around, moving my charts. Like I could switch to my SID chart over here, or I could just look at the whole route map page like that. This is how I have my real world iPad set up in the 7.3. So I'll have my flight plan, I can see all the takeoff data, numbers, the weights, etc. And then I'll have my charts over here. And then once we get done, like if you hear me when we do the checklist in the 7.3, we're like, you know, takeoff data and bugs, that means that all of the pre-takeoff checks have been completed. We've looked at our perf, we've looked at our weights, we've looked at the runway, if it's wet, not, headwind, all that stuff. After that part of the checklist is done, then I simply just double tap my Navigraph and I make it full size. And that's how I'll fly with it. Over to Seattle 3535, Continental 357 Heavy. So, and it's so much more intuitive than messing with an iPad EFB in the sim. Like, I mean, I get it. We all love the EFB, and I'm a huge proponent of EFBs in the sim because you need it. You need an EFB in the sim. But having your own EFB to accomplish what the sim EFB is doing, short of, you know, importing weights and stuff, it's totally the way to go. Totally the way to go. It's changed how I, you know, because before I'm like, what's our flight plan? What did we file? What's our route? And you have to toggle back. And I don't like toggling the Navigraph app as a streamer. If I wasn't a streamer, you know, you could use a second monitor. That's totally fine. But because my second monitor is completely blocked, I've got OBS, I've got a chat box, I've got the YouTube studio, I've got say intentions up, I've got my volume mixer up. My second monitor is completely taken up with stream stuff. So I hated having to toggle windows and all that stuff. So having my own iPad there is the way to go. But yeah, those of you that were asking me how I set up my iPad for real life, that's how I set it up. Like that, two screens side by side. But anyway, enough about that. Let's check in with this guy. Seattle, good afternoon. Continental 357 Heavy 390 smooth.
Continental 357 Seattle Center, good morning.
Now I gotta make sure my camera's set up right for our... There we go. Alright, that'll be good for landing.
Climb and maintain flight level 400, report level.
Alright, how far do we got? Because we're gonna have to seriously think about this approach. We got a little ways to go, I think, right? 2 FICAV mans. We do a fix info of GPI. 480 miles. Okay, yeah, we still got a little practice. Alright, let's go outside. I'm gonna set that. I'm gonna turn the sim sounds down. make ourselves a nice view here. Let's get back over here. You know what we haven't done in a while? Some classical. I can't believe you guys didn't vote for the L1011 TWA. That's okay. You know what we're going to do is, I think Green Dot is releasing... Is Green Dot going to be releasing Delta 191? Because, did you guys see? I don't know if anybody saw. He posted like, hey, one of our longest episodes yet, and it's a Delta L1011. I wonder if it's the Delta 191 stream. And if it is, we're going to have to fly the L10 for that. I'm trying to set my audio. Let's look for some classical jazz back in the Continental days. Guys, I've been into, like, after staying at the TWA hotel, I am hooked on, like,
Southwest 431,
wishing I was flying in the 70s and 80s.
Southwest 431, roger.
Like, we're going to fly the L1011 TWA stream. It's going to happen soon, whether you guys vote for it or not, or whether 5 people watch it or not. That's what we're doing. It's coming up. Yeah, Jeremy, you could probably get you can get flashcard sets for the for TWGs for Quizlet. Yeah, you can get them. You can get public flashcards. Yeah, Zach Hamilton. I know Wrong Side. He did that. I'm gonna have to hit him up. I haven't talked to Wrong Side in a long time. Only 2 contrails? Who's that? That's got to be Thrust Set complaining. I think it is. No, there's 3 Thrust Set. Man, don't ever have the wrong contrail set or fly at the wrong altitude. Thrust Set will come after you. But guess what, Thrust Set? The contrails aren't pointing down. They're actually pointing up, it looks like.
Flight level 320.
Turn that down. I didn't know that was blasting. Sorry. You're SimCFI in the house. What's up, man? This thing is my favorite. SimCFI, have you tried with the latest sound pack? Dude, with the latest sound pack update, when I'm using the GEs, it has put new life into this airplane. ×2 for me. I really am beginning to enjoy it again because of the sound update. It just... The startup, man, I feel like I'm flying heavy metal. Even if the sound's maybe a little bit more quote-unquote cinematic, I need that in my sim because I don't have a full motion rig. I don't have a VR. I need something a little bit more cinematic to make me believe that I'm there firing up a heavy MD11. And these sounds, they do it for me, man. Cam, MD11 in the house. What's up, brother? He says, his breath of fresh air not watching a 220 stream.
Good morning.
I know, dude. Listen. 220, new kid on the block. Everybody's going to milk it. That's what we do as YouTubers. I used to do it too. You know, if I wanted to just do everything for, you know, milking it, I would fly the latest and greatest every time it dropped. But I'm at a point now, dude, where I only stream so often. I just want to have fun when I stream. I want to I want to have fun. I want to sit down on the sim, have a good time. And I just, personally, I'm not jazzed about the 220. I'll get there. I think I'll get there. You know, give it a couple weeks to update. We're going to fly the Transair Canada. I think I already know what route we're going to do. We're probably going to go Kennedy to Halifax, which is probably not a real-world route, so Thrust Set might get upset with us. But we're going to go to Halifax in that Transair Canada livery, because that's the best livery on the 220, I think. Also, though, I did see, was it Captain Canada he flew? Well, it probably was him, but I don't really watch too many streamers, but I do see Captain Canada a lot pop up on my feed. I think he was flying Qantas Link. Is that right? Does Qantas have 220s? That's a place we haven't visited in a very long time since the Pacific tour. I wouldn't mind actually doing a 220 Qantas Link stream. That would be pretty fun. You meant chemtrails? Yeah, exactly, Turk. Turk, are you working today? What are you doing? Sounds really do a lot of heavy lifting and immersion. They sure do, Mr. Sat. Mr. Sat, how you been, man? Been a while. I still haven't watched a single second of 220 coverage. I haven't watched it just because, like I said earlier, man, I need to be juiced about an airplane that comes out. Whether I have a personal connection, because maybe I flew it real world. You know, I think this is where the generational gap picks up. For me, Tri-Jets, 727, huge first impression on me. L1011, huge impression on me real world as a kid. That's why I love those airplanes so much in the sim, because I have a relationship with them. The 220, you know, even the CRJ, you know, the 220 is not the only one. 220, the CRJ. What else is out that I don't really fly that much? The 350, you know, came out, wide body, a lot of glass. I mean, I think it's a beautiful airplane. Doesn't get me jazzed up, though. You know, if I'm going to fly a long haul, I want to do the work. Enter Fearless 747. Hopefully soon PMDG 74. Guys, PMDG 74 Classic. I don't even know how to put my excitement in words. Because when you're going to do a long haul, I feel like the majority of that flight is going to be semi-boring, right? You're just going to be sitting there watching your computer on autopilot. So I want to be able to have a lot of dirt time, if you will, on the ground setting it up. The Fearless is a great example of this. I mean, I can get proficient with that airplane, and it still will take me probably a solid 45 minutes. If I am proficient as can be, it's probably going to take me between 30 and 40 minutes to get that airplane fully ready for flight. Between aligning the INSs, importing all the waypoints, configuring everything, doing the real-time boarding. So that to me gets me excited for that. You know, when you hit Toga, oh yeah, it feels like you've earned pressing Toga. Fire up the 380. Great airplane. But it's pretty automated, right? You know, I can get that airplane ready for a 15-hour flight in 10 minutes.
Southwest 3936, contact Salt
Now,
Lake
thrust
City
set, the
Center on
340,
121.15 so long.
I do want to fly it again. I actually really like the AnyBuilds 340 and the Tolless Just Flight 340. There's just not a whole lot of liveries to fly that, you know, I think there's a Northwest one, which I might have to I think I actually have it installed.
Southwest 431, stay right
I do want to fly that 340 again. I enjoyed the 340, the handful of flights we did. I wouldn't mind doing another one. The Cathay, we did the Cathay 340 Kitech. I thought that was a ton of fun. Yeah, Eastern T3, that Qantas 220. Yeah, I think that'll be our first flight. It'll either be the Qantas 220 or Transair Canada go to Halifax. 600 Kitech was juicy? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Continental 357, contact Salt Lake Center on 121.15.
I'm ready for the global. Yeah. Salt Lake 2115, Continental 357 Heavy. Salt Lake, good afternoon. Continental 357 Heavy 390.
Continental 357, Salt Lake Center, good morning.
That guy sounds real. Man. Freaking say intentions, y'all. Okay, has anybody...
Alaska 486, continue climb flight level 200.
Has anybody picked up say intention recently? And what do you think? Yay or nay? I'm loving it, man. I don't know how I'm going to fly without it, dude. I don't know how I'm going to fly without say intentions AI. Today on the ground was weird. We had a I don't know if he was trolling or maybe he just wasn't there. That's where the groupie thing will take off. Like if we want to actually do a group flight and not have other players around, it would eliminate that. But not where the guy lined up in front of us. But man, lining up, going there for takeoff. You have these heavies on final, one guy going around. Like, I don't know how I'm going to fly the sim without say intentions. Jeff Faviano's in the house. My man, how you doing? Jeff says, just wait until 1.03. Yes, Tuesday to 220. You'll be happy with it. Jeff, I know that's what I was saying earlier, but my work schedule, unfortunately, I'm probably not even be able to stream next week, so it'll probably be the week after. But, yeah, I'm just hanging tight, man. I'm, like I said, man, a lot of glass, a lot of mid. I'm in no hurry. I'm gonna just let it sit. I'm gonna sit back, relax, let it cook. Let it cook.
Salt Lake City Center, Southwest 3936.
340 is fun. Just needs a sound pack. Are you talking about? Oh, you talking about the 300 Turk?
Reading you loud and clear.
So is the verdict that Say Intentions is better than Beyond ATC? Say Intentions is way more than Beyond ATC. Depends on what you want. In my opinion, Say Intentions is an AI service pack for your sim. It's not just AI ATC. Beyond ATC is good at what it does. AI ATC. So if you just want AI ATC, you may be happy with Beyond ATC because that's what they do. Say Intentions is a whole nother realm, of stuff that you're going to add to your sim. I could see that, Sawyer. Yeah, Beyond ATC is very straightforward. There is a learning curve. It's almost like, you know, learning a new airplane. There is a learning curve to Say Intentions AI. And, you know, you could even see it in real time. When we went live today, I just updated Say Intentions. It has a whole new format. I couldn't find anything. I was just getting used to the old format. User interface, rather. Now it's got a new user interface that actually looks a bit slicker. It's just going to take me a minute to I got to get accustomed to it. I like this new user interface. I just got to switch my mind over. Fernando, yes, you just drop it into the community folder. I don't know if it matters, but I would drop it into the same community folder that your MD11 is in. If your MD11 is in community 24, drop the sound file into community 24. If it's in community, just drop it into community. How long is the flight going to be? I forgot I have my FMC bound up. Let's see. Oh, my next page isn't bound. Destination 300. Oh, we're only 394 miles out. Uh-oh. All right. We got to get prepping. This is going to be a real spicy approach. Let's pause our classical. Let's set up right now so we can just sit back and relax until it's time to descend. Let's go over what we're going to do here. Let's bring it all up, bring the sounds up for a minute. We'll Say Intentions and arc you out if you go back to Beyond.
Southwest 3936, continue descent, flight level
No,
300.
Darth Thrust, actually, I've been thinking about getting back into BS Logistics with Say Intentions, for real, dude. Because it's gonna, I think it'd be a whole lot of fun doing Barry Seal Logistics, rescuing him out of Mexico with Say Intentions. I think it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. All right. Let's, I'm going to pull up my charts, and then I'm going to actually pull them up on the screen, because this is going to be an approach where we're going to need to go over this for real. I should probably check what was filed for Say Intentions. Let me see what we filed.
Alaska 486.
What runway? I think we might have filed 02. We did file 02, which we're going to have to change that. Because right now the winds were favoring 20. Alright, let's pull up the iPad here. This iPad overall is not bad. It's pretty snappy. I just wish those images were bigger. Or like on the keypad. Alright, so here is our airport, GPI, Glacier Park International Airport. Planning on landing 20. Alright. Plenty of runway, 9,000 feet. There's a private 7.5 that's in here too, which is pretty cool. Let's see. I think we're going to have to roll it down to the end. I know some of these turn-offs are tight.
Climb and maintain flight level 280. Report level.
I'm not sure if we can take Bravo 7 or not, but we'll take a look when we get down there. But that's the least of our worries. First and foremost, we got to set up the RNAV here. How do I get you out of night mode? Can I get you out of night mode? Or are you permanently in night mode? I think it's permanently in night mode. Alright. This is the approach. We're going to take it off of FICAB. Alright. FICAB, Evil, Max 230. NARS, it's a hard RMP turn. Now, real world tip here, or not tip, but just a cool story. First time I ever flew into this airport, I was in a 7.3 Max. You guys know the Max has the VSD, right, the terrain display. Now, I always, you know, enjoyed the thought of using the Max in South America, high terrain. You know, you get the VSD, and I have used it there recently, matter of fact, last trip. But normally, it always felt like every time I went down to South America, I was in an NG. So I didn't have the nice VSD. The first time that I really put the VSD to the test was actually in Kalispell, Montana. When you were on this RMP approach and you have your VSD up in the Max, you are literally flying right at solid red. Look at these turns. It brings you right up to these peaks. And these mountains, they're not your gradually sloping mountains. Look how fast the gradient is from 0 to 7,400 feet. I mean, it is literally like flying into a crater almost. So that's what my eyes first opened. I'm like, man, this is an incredible approach. Plus, I was really happy I was in a Max 8 because on that approach, we were IMC down to minimums. So we're flying down to minimums. VSD is looking all red, and I'm just thinking, okay, double check this. I mean, it was really a great, really a great example of a situational awareness tool with that VSD in IMC and terrain like this. Now, we're not going to have that in the MD11. We will have terrain mode, but we do have to be cognizant that we don't want to blow this turn, because if you do, you don't have a whole lot of room. Is this even authorized? We are authorized for Cat D, so we can do all of it. That's good. All right, so we're going to be a Category D. We're going to shoot it as 0.1. I don't think it'll matter because it's we're going to be visual anyway, but I put 3346 at the bottom. We got a couple of speeds we got to verify here. So let's go to our flight plan page. Plan page. Decrease range down. And start from the top. So Orca, FICAB, 250 at 10, that checks. Hawbrew, Nurse. Were there two FICABs? All the way around. And then the Mist out to Angel. Or with Tag Eye. You can see our 3-degree path is in the box. I'm trying to see if there's any at or above. It's actually all set. Above 10.
Alaska 486, same Mach number.
I'm going to make...
Mach 0.80, Alaska 486.
See how Mansev is at or above 10? 250 knots. I'm going to make Mansev a hard 10. That's going to help our planning a little bit. We're going to make that a hard 10,000 feet. A hard 10,000. We're going to make Evil a hard 10,000. There we go. So we got 10,000, 10,000. And Mansev says max 250. We're not going to be flying 250 knots.
Alaska 486, continue
Let's fly 180 coming into Mansev. And we'll do 180 at Evil as well. And Hobrew. Hobrew is to start max 230. Let's just keep it. Let's fly this whole approach at 180 knots. I think that's going to keep us in a good spot here. And then Nurse at 180. Okay, that checks all the way down to our minimums. 3909. Touchdown 2977. All right. So We've got our vertical prof set up a little bit better. That looks good. Let's go back to map view. Terrain is on. We'll push the range out a little bit. And then, do we need, can we get winds in this thing? For you wind fans.
Alpha 085, Roger. Good morning.
Is there like an ACARS winds request somewhere for descent? I don't think there is. We are going to plan a flaps 50 landing, 142. Min clean, 192. Alright, so that's all good there. Fixed page, I got GPI, that's fine. 305 miles out. Navrad, there's nothing to hard tune on this because it's an RNAV approach all the way in. So we're just going to fly it and manage speed. Managed all the way in. Perf landing, we're going to plan on 02. Get weather information.
Alaska 2532, good morning, sir.
Get landing weight. Why does it hand us 20? Flap 50. Alright. What is it at flaps 35? Be fine, but I want to do 50 for cinematics. 5313, 7656. Auto brake min, reverse max. So let's go. Let's go auto brake medium. Auto brake medium, reverse max. All the way down. Alright, landing distance 44. Landing distance available 79.56. Just under half. I like it. Alright. Now we're ahead of the airplane. We're looking good. Alright. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Are we going outside or are we going nose cam? Look at this. Coming over some mountains, yeah.
Alaska 486, continue climb flight level 360.
Alright. Back to our regularly scheduled classical. So we will get say intention. So will say intentions get us back to Tour de Americas? Yes, that's what I'm hoping, Darth Thrust. That is indeed what I am hoping, my friend.
Continental 357. I'll
Hey, Wayne, me too.
In about 20 minutes.
Continental 357, Roger. Request RNAV runway 20.
Continental 357, runway 20 is not available. Expect the RNAV runway 2 approach into Glacier.
Well, I'm going to fly the 20 approach whether you like it or not.
Continental 357, runway 20 approach is not available. Expect RNAV runway 2 approach at KGPI.
Right here. We're going to fly our own approach. I think that's my fault. I filed 02. Or I should say Simbri filed 02.
Continue climb, flight
We're going to fly 20 approach because I want to do the approach that we flew real world. Day off in a V1 stream. Arlen, what's up, man? Welcome into the chill lounge here at Continental Airlines. Just my opinion here, but I don't know if I can go back from say intentions now. Though Beyond HC is just fine, doesn't have a sub fee. Pigpen Actual, listen, man, I totally agree with you. I was a big proponent of Beyond ATC for a long time. We used it for a couple months. I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the traffic injection. I enjoy what it was doing. And I totally agree subscription base is not what a lot of people like. And I don't know if there's a possibility in the future for say intentions to maybe have something like, I know, because Beyond ATC has something where you can do a flat fee for base services, and then you could do subscription fee for premium voices and stuff. So I don't know if it's even possible with the scope of what say intentions is, because say intentions is so much more. But I think that would possibly get a good selection or a good number of additional simmers to say intentions if they had an option to do a one-time fee for a base, you know, the base, I don't even know how you could say base model, like a base feature set of what it offers, and then perhaps a subscription model or some type of token program. I don't know. I don't know, because I do understand the hesitation against subscription-based models. I totally get it. What you have to understand, though, that say intentions, I can't stress it enough, man. It is so much more than an ATC program. If you just want an ATC program, I totally get it. Then the competition is going to be very tough, because then you're looking at solely air traffic control for beyond ATC, solely air traffic control for say intentions. I will say the tempo and cadence and voices of say intentions is a little bit more realistic than beyond ATC. Now, aside from that, it's a pretty head-to-head comparison, so you got to look at things, a pricing model, subscription model, etc. But if you want to add more than that, such as AI crew members, having you know, group flights, to me is the biggest thing. Being able to fly with live players on a network, or excuse me, live players on the Skynet network, which is Say Intentions network that is in development and I think fully released. Target is the end of the year or something like that, but it's available and like it's testing phase now, which is what we're on. Being able to fly with your friends and talk to AI controllers, to me, is something that no other program does, and that's what makes it stand out for me. Now, there's a lot more that it does as well. You can do firefighting missions with Say Intentions with real ATC. You can do rescue missions. There's all kinds of other things that you can do. So when I say Intentions is an AI service pack for your sim, I seriously mean that. It's way more than ATC. So, and it's actually, man, every time I log on to the computer, there's like, you know, 3 updates. It is being aggressively worked on and updated, and the folks over at Say Intentions are really doing a great job at squashing the bugs here and there. They just fixed something that happened to us on one of the other streams about conflicting approaches. They had a patch for that, so or how you join the approach, I guess, from a visual when we were in the commander. GSX stuff is awesome as well. I agree, TJ Moss. I agree, man. I agree. I don't use GSX anymore. I have quit the drug of GSX, and it's the best thing I ever did for my sim. But I understand that for a lot of people, GSX is a huge part of their immersion factor. So by all means, I mean, knock yourself out. But for me personally, it became more of a headache because I'm so sporadic with it that every time I launch it, there's an update, or I don't have an update, or there's a bug. It just ended up being more of a headache than an enjoyment for me. Plus, I think when you're in real world, when you're a real airline pilot, I mean, some of the most annoying stuff happens on the ground, waiting for bags, waiting for this, waiting for, like, I just don't want to simulate that part. I just want to show up, start the airplane, and go, you know? Work calls, street. All right, take it easy, Pigpen. We'll see you, bud.
Good morning.
Is this a sponsorship? What a sponsorship? Say Intentions? I am not sponsored by Say Intentions. I do not get paid by Say Intentions. I will say that Say Intentions did provide me a free 1-month code, which I think might actually be coming to an end here. We'll see. I don't know if they're going to continue to keep my account active or not. If they do, I will definitely continue to use it, but I am not paid to say good things about it or whatnot. I've even told you there are the negatives for me. We're really all about the user interface of the program, and I updated before the stream. Guess what changed? All the user interface. So now I had just started getting used to kind of the clunky way of navigating to a new user interface that looks much better, but I got to get used to it. So they worked on that too. I mean, the user interface and how you set up your settings was the biggest challenge or hurdle for me because there's just so much.
United 462, traffic 10 o'clock, 8 miles.
You should give GSX a try again. It's improved quite a bit lately. Yeah, makes me nervous, Fernando. Makes me nervous. Dude, my sim has run so smooth other than coming out of SFO today. The freaking I keep trying that default sim because I don't want to get the flight beam one again.
Alpha 216, Salt Lake City Center, good morning.
The default SFO was pretty good, but man, it does tank my performance out there. But other than that, dude, my sim has run so smooth. I've had no weird issues. Alt-P, as far as the pushback is concerned, Alt-P pushback works 90% of the time. Maybe even more than that. I mean, today it pushed us the wrong direction, but nothing that we can't make the U-turn out for. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I will say this. Where I enjoyed GSX the most was when we were prepping for a long haul. So if we were prepping for a long haul and we did the real-time boarding with GSX, so you can slow it down, you know, and it takes an actual 45 minutes to board. But here's the thing now. A lot of these aircraft have included real-time boarding with their EFBs. I love that feature, man. Even if it's an arbitrary timer. For instance, the L1011 Any builds, I said that with first thing when that came out. Man, I wish it had some type of real-time boarding. Now it does. Freaking love it, man. Because that gives you, whether you use the real time of 45 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it may be, having a timer set to where you have an objective to get all your pre-flight done before X goes to 0, I like that. So having a multiple, timer selection is really nice. It should be the standard, Sawyer, if you're asking me. Yeah. Blackbird says, GSX has caused me so much grief, particularly with the MD11 and pushback. It has caused more hours of troubleshooting, frustration. I'm not willing to deal with the program today. I hear you, man. Same, Blackbird. Absolutely same. Dan Moretti says, the other thing about GSX right now, San Intentions has an AI layer that controls it, and it's phenomenal. I've heard this, and I may have to try it just for that to see the integration. I may have to. Gosh, look at that view. Do window or no window? Oh, no window. Spice. Look at that.
Delta 662, Roger. Good morning, sir.
I use GSX every flight. I'll be real, I have no issues in months. They have a remote app. You can open it in browser if you don't open the app. I wonder, though, see, this is the other thing. I wonder, though, how many times people have an issue in their sim where it crashed the desktop. They have no idea why it happened, but it was ended up being San Intentions under the hood. Turk. He's only sponsored by Any Builds, PMDG, Phoenix, Just Flight, Black Square. Nah, man. None of those companies pay me to say anything. Do I get products free of charge? I do.
Seattle Center on 118.625.
But I've also had companies not give me a product because they knew I would say something negative about it because something about it was wrong. Over to Seattle Center, 1862, Continental 357 Heavy. Oh, wrong button. $18.62. We're getting close to TOD, chat. Oh, too loud. I was vibing on this wing view here. Seattle Center, good afternoon. Continental 357 Heavy, 390, smooth ride.
Continental 357, Seattle Center, good morning.
Joel, what's up, man? How do you like San Intentions versus Beyond ATC? Thinking of making the switch? If you wind the stream back about 7 minutes, we had a little in-depth discussion about it. The too long TLDR, Joel, it's pretty much comes down to this. If you're just pitting AI ATC against AI ATC, they're pretty comparable, except, my opinion, San Intentions tempo, the voices themselves, and just the overall communication seems a little bit more realistic. Now, where it differs is San Intentions does a whole lot more. You can do a whole lot more in San Intentions than you can Beyond ATC. So San Intentions is the AI service pack of Flight Simulator 2024, where Beyond ATC is really is just an air traffic control program for you. That's the too long didn't read, or I guess too long didn't listen, TLDL part of the stream. But I talked about it a little bit more in depth. You want to wind back about 7-8 minutes. But I mean, if you have questions about it, man, fire off. I'll see if I can answer them for you. But it does so much more. My favorite part about Say Intentions is the ability to fly with live players and talk to AI ATC at the same time. So whether you have a friend, a group of friends that you want to fly with and have air traffic control at the same time, you can do it.
885 Seattle Center, good morning.
To me, that's a big deal. Did I get the 220 to stream? No, I did not, Bills Mafia. I didn't ask for it either, though.
Uniform 618, climb and maintain flight level 360.
I'm sure. I mean, I get the emails from. I'm on the AnyBuilds content creator email, so I'm sure if I ask for it or whatever. I guess I shouldn't say I'm sure, but probably maybe would have got it if I asked for it, but I never asked for it. Maybe not, though. Who knows? I remember you flying into Pero. Where's the approach charts for this airport? Yeah. The approach charts, Fernando. Let me see if I can get you a link. They're real world.
Seattle Center, Alaska 18.
It's a file online you can download.
Possible stroke. Requesting
what?
Priority handling to a suitable airport.
Who's having a stroke?
Alaska 18, Seattle Center, no problem. Other aircraft have reported similar issues today. Do you need any immediate assistance?
That's because everyone's flying the 220. They're all getting strokes.
Alaska 689, contact Salt Lake City Center on 121.15. Good morning.
You know what? I can't find these charts, man. Dude, I don't know where my PDF went for the Pero.
2858, reading you clearly.
I'm sorry, man. Maybe they're not. If you just Google search Pero Bhutan approach procedures, you can find a whole bunch of different sim ones. The PDF that I have, I don't see it anymore. I'll have to uplink it to the Discord when I get a minute. Because I downloaded a whole PDF of the real world, what's that airline that flies in there? And I downloaded the real procedures. I used to be able to find that online. I'm sure it's still out there. The 220 FMS making pilot stroke out. Funari in the house. What's up, brother?
Delta 429, Seattle Center, roger.
I'm preparing for electrical capstone exam, so I haven't been able to do a flight in a little while. That sounds intense, man. Blackbird Controls says, hell, I don't even pay him to say anything. I just give him stuff and let him say whatever he's going to say about it. There's no argument, just honesty. Amen to that. That's the truth, Blackbird. All my sport channels are entirely voluntary, just like his opinion of my stuff. If he wants an honest dude, appreciate you, Blackbird. Thank you, man. I will say the Blackbird Controls have outlasted any other Honeycomb Bravo add-on that I ever purchased. Do not, if you're in the market for Honeycomb Bravo throttles or any type of Honeycomb mod, check Blackbird Controls first. If you're in the market for a tiller, check Blackbird Controls first. Be very his magnetic universal tiller setup is genius. Genius.
Negative. Not declaring an emergency at this time.
Now, his ground branch style of play, not genius. But
turn left heading 270 and descend to flight level.
Let's just say after playing Black Hawk Down Blackbird Controls, I was very impressed with the magnetic base swappable plates. The level of IQ for that magnetic base plate, way higher than the person we played ground branch.
Up to flight level 360, Alaska 1436.
I'm one of those simmers stroking out. Great planes, lots of potential, but getting FMS failed mid-flight, trying to insert an airway. What airplane, Dalton? What airplane you flying? Was that for us? That was for us. What was it? Descend and maintain flight level 290, Continental 357 Heavy. Alright, prof to 290. Okay, do I... Oh gosh, I always forget. Do I have to push it or arm it? Do I leave it? Let's see what happens. I think I have to... Well, I think I leave it.
Alaska 300, descend, flight level 290 at your discretion.
I think I leave it. Perf descent. We're going to do 81 and 310. That looks good. Trans 18 thou.
Alaska 18, continue descent, flight level 310.
Alright, we're about to start down. Let's enjoy the last bit of... Oh no, I hit slew. I hit Shift Z instead of Shift X. That's alright. We're okay, we're okay.
United 2306, descend and maintain flight level 330.
Down to flight level 330, United 2306.
Alright, we're holding 390, prof to 290 is set. I just wanted to enjoy the outside view for one more minute here. And then we're gonna get serious on this.
Good morning, sir.
It says Mr. Pistols only. What's up, AJ? Yeah, man. Allegedly. I just said he was an honest student. He doesn't mention how he blew everyone away with a full auto M4 when we're doing pistols only. Listen, Blackbird. I can be honest with leaving stuff out.
Seattle Center, good morning.
And it was a SAW. It wasn't an M4. It was an M249. All right?
Contact Salt Lake City Center.
The ghost of Slustavo.
Good morning.
T-Tut. The ghost of Slustavo almost got us. Gosh, could you imagine if I did that in X-Plane 12? The whole sim would have crashed. Coffee's everywhere, Dale. You know, we didn't even look at custom cabin on this thing, too. FS Capital's a goat, dude. All right. Let's make sure she descends. Let's turn up the sounds. Let's turn down the music. Let's go to work for Kalispell, Montana. Flying an approach. This airplane has no business flying. Do I press prof? You said leave it. Come on, baby. Come on, start down. I know you want to start down. There we go. Vertical alert. Prof to 290. Down we go. Alert is zone for flight deck. Just got our initial descent down to Kalispell, Montana. Looks like it's a beautiful day down there. Temperature's about, let's see, what is it? Temperature is hovering right about 72 degrees this morning. Some light haze and fog in the area. This aircraft is really not certified for this RFP approach, I don't think, but we're going to give it a shot anyway because I saw somebody on YouTube do it. But for that reason, we'll have the seatbelt sign on here shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for choosing Continental Airlines. Welcome to Montana.
Horizon Air 2253, climb flight level 360.
All right, we're prof to 290. Increase the range a little bit. Terrain is up. Let's start populating. We're auto brake, medium. Seatbelt sign will be coming on. We'll leave the no smoking sign off for right now.
Delta 451, climb flight level 360, report level.
And down we go. So 290, and we want to continue descent technically.
Flight level 360, Delta 451.
FICAB was at 10,000. Right? Oh no, 13. It's Mansev at 10.
Delta 451, descend and maintain flight level 310.
Descending flight level 310, Delta 451.
I don't know why they're landing too. Let me get the latest weather. Latest weather, 203. It's old though.
451, climb flight level 350.
They are using runway 02. That's right. Well, we're going to have to...
Delta 451.
just fly the 20 RNAV, but real world, yeah, they are landing runway 02. That's why Beyond ATs, or excuse me, St. Tensions wants us to land too. Seattle Center Continental 357 Heavy requesting lower. See if he gives us something lower than 29.
Continental 357, descend and maintain 24,000.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, Continental 357. Alright, we can set 24, that's a little bit lower. 24 is set. Captain
United 2306, climb
OCS, what's up, man? MD11's going to do a SIP flight today, but crew scheduling had a different idea, so I'm headed to SJU IRL. Have fun with that one, Captain OCS. Short flight, where from? Miami? The amount of SJU flying I've been doing lately. I feel like I live in Costa Rica, man. I feel like I live in South America. I've spent more time in South America the last 2 months than I have in my own house.
Alpine Air 3598, contact.
Turn the no smoking sign on at the gate. We'll do thrust set. We're going to leave it off the whole flight. We'll turn the no smoking sign on once we get to the gate. You can relax. So one thing I love about FS Cabral liveries, custom wing textures, man. I love his custom wing textures. Once you fly an FS Cabral MD11 livery, you can't fly any other ones because the wing textures are so freaking good. The plain TFDI ones are okay, and they look, honestly, if you look at regular YouTube MD11 wing view videos, the MD11 wing does look pretty mid. It's pretty clean for the most part. It's, you know, there's not a whole lot of data out there of really dirty MD11 wings. So the default ones look believable, but they look kind of boring compared to some of the older, you know, two-tone texturing that FS Cabral has. One day IRL, I want to land at the San Juan Airport that's near the cruise ships. What are you talking about? The one that's west of SJU?
Alaska 1382, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Gonna fly the Baron tonight. Already did 2 sectors earlier. Ooh, excellent add-on. Blackbird did an incredible job. Hey, Toga, oh, fantastic. I do love the Baron. I do love me some multi-twin prop action, dude. I love the Baron.
Continental 357, expect the RNAV Zulu runway 2 approach into Glacier, and have you got information, Yankee?
We have information, Yankee. We're requesting the RNAV 20 approach, if possible. Continental 357 head. He's gonna yell at us. He's not gonna let us do it. Now, there is a setting in St. Tensions to change the turn off to allow it to do whatever runway you want to do.
Continental 357, expect the RNAV Zulu runway 2 approach into Glacier.
I don't know if I should just I might just have to turn off St. Tensions so we can fly, what we want to fly, because we are technically on the Skynet, which enforces real-world runways. I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch to 2455, and we're just going to say goodbye. We'll see what happens. If we see conflicting traffic, we'll just can it. But I really want to do this approach. So tower's up on 1.
Altitude.
Nah, he said RNAV 2 approach, Russ said. I want the 20. Let's continue descent. We'll set 10,000. 10,000 set, prof to 10. Down we go. Let me get flight recorder ready. Alright, flight recorder is ready. Yeah, 0220. The winds are favoring 20, but real world they're landing 2 right now. Let me see if they update the METAR. Oh, 110 at 6, Fumar. latest METAR, 7 minutes old. Winds 110 at 6, 9 miles, smoke. Clear, temperature 28, 2.6, 30, 16. It's actually warmer now. Yeah, Tish, yeah, I know which one you're talking about, TJ. TG, rather. Yeah, that would be a cool approach. Yeah, over the cruise ships. One DSC. Yes, but I think I don't know if on Skynet it will. Let me see. Let's go back to. Let me have a request. Let me see if the FO can request it for me. And then we'll just go from there. Simblitz, can you request the RNAV 20 approach?
I can't request the RNAV 20 approach. We need to stick with the RNAV Zulu runway 2 approach into Glacier.
What good are you then?
Seattle Center Continental 3. Just here for the ride, mate. But if you need me to take over the radios, just say the word.
Continental 357, descend and maintain 19,000.
I'm switching the tower. Alright, 10,000 is set. We're going to do our own thing like beyond ATC World. Throw the FO off the plane. I'm going to get ready to toss Simblitz out the window. I thought, I'm going to go back to two-tone Murphy here. Simblitz has got a little too much attitude on him. You know, two-tone Murphy's a little bit more like, anything you need, Captain, Simblitz is like, he's too EASA for me, you know? He's by the book. Captain, the ATIS says runway 2. We are landing runway 2. Two-tone Murph would be like, aye, Captain. I'll request it. They said no, Captain. Do you want me to file the ASEP now or later? Sounds like full flap. Alright, out of 18 thou, let's trigger some people, get the nose light on. Actually, let's get the landing lights on. Let's keep the nose light off. We'll keep the smoking sign off for this one. Alright, coming up on FICAP, that's the first fix for the transition. Then we're going to start slowing here for Mansev at 180. Alright, we'll get our Boeing cam up, ready to rock and roll. Is say intentions in the chat? Not today, I don't think. What's our ETA towed in the hole? We are inbound right now, probably like 10 minutes, not even. Estimating runway 20 at 1522Z. Sim time now is 202, so yeah, like 15 minutes, I think. They won't gonna take 15 minutes, I don't think. FO just got out of the CRM course. I was afraid to say no. Is there a flight deck to sim voice in say intention? Plus that I would have to check. I don't believe so. I know Two-Tone Murphy's there. Captain Canada is going to be there. That might be my 2020 scenery loading in. There's a couple other ones that I'm not too familiar with, but I don't believe flight deck to sim is there. Getting ready to level at 10 thou. Now we're going to start slowing. Let's help it out a little bit. Sounds are coming all the way up. For as big of a wing as the MD11 is, it's crazy how small the spoilers are. We should reset our dial flap to 15. That's standard. 15 is set for dial a flap. Slat extension is 280 knots. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Let's set feather altitude for the approach. Let's set 5,700.
Altitude.
Prof. Wait. I want to go back on the prof. Dang it. Slats coming out. And flaps 15. Alright, 8,000 is set. We're at nav 1. We're basically flying it down as a... Why is our speed going back to 168? I don't know. Yeah. Alright, Mansev 10,000, 180 knots. We're looking good. Should start slowing down after Mansev. Actually, Edward. Maintain 10,000 all the way to Edward, actually. Probably a little premature here at flaps 15, or flaps, yeah, 10,000. We get that high-pitched whine, Mr. Sad, didn't we? That sound good? Oh, baby. Freaking love it. Free sounds, Flight Sim guy, free. Yeah, at flap 50, we're going to be juicing up all the way, man. We're going to be really juiced up at flaps 50. Guys, if you do me a big favor on this one, I'm not going to be able to stream for another couple weeks. Or at least, you know, at least a week. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. MD11 content, I don't know if it's YouTube, or maybe you guys just really don't like MD11 flying, but if you are here and you do like seeing this aircraft, please do hit the like button, completely free. Help the channel out, algorithm and analytics. After I flew in here for the first time, I started looking at Zillow. Need more likes for commander streams. True. I'll tell you what, those two commander streams did pretty well. Pretty well received by YouTube, which is awesome. And I love flying those commander streams, man. That second one was so much fun, going over the points of interest. I thought that was a ton of fun.
Cross 12 Cessna 026.
Just because you should be flying the 727. Yeah, T-Touch 727 maybe next. I mean, there's a really good FS Capital Aero Peru livery on the 7.2. We might have to take that out. We might just have to go retro. You know, since all the hype is around the 220 and literally probably the newest, well, it's definitely not the most advanced airplane out there. It's actually a turd in terms of what it can do. It's just not a good airplane in terms of bugs and how it's coded. I'm talking about the real aircraft, not the Synaptic one. Just the 220 in general is a funky airplane. But whenever there's a release of something brand new, we should just fly as retro as possible. L10, 7.2. I think the next stream is going to have to be TWA 7 or L1011. JFK to somewheres, and we're going to watch the green dot. I wonder what green dot he's doing, though. I'm not familiar with an L1011 Delta that wasn't 191. So I'm very curious to see what he drops. Even if I don't like the plane you're flying, I always watch because there's always something new that I pick up every stream. Sweet, man.
Crusader Tree Mike Yankee cross runway 2.
I don't think people dislike the MD11 Captain. It's one of the most requested future add-ons. Doing my best to learn Bird myself so I can make the set best as it possibly can be. I can't wait, Blackbird. I cannot wait, my man. MD11 set would be fire, dude. I don't know what it is then, Blackbird, because when I look at the channel analytics of all videos I do, MD11 just, it never performs. It's in the bottom tier of performers. I wonder if it's something to do with YouTube because of the UPS crash, you know? I wonder if it's something about that.
Cessna 026 ready to go straight out. Cessna 026 winds 1106, runway 12 cleared for takeoff.
With the lack of DC-10 and sim, I have to make do watching a single person. I do agree. DC-10 greater than MD11. I totally agree. I really hope the aerodynamics one releases before I die, and it's good, because from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. I would love a DC-10. Absolutely. Chris PT6, my man. You back home, Chris? Where you got a? Let's see, I don't have any Costa Ricas this month, man. I got a bunch of Dallases. But if you're going through the MIA, let me know. I got a line this month, man. Sucky line, but I got a line. Alright. Why are we on vertical alert? Prof to 8,000.
Mike Yankee, hold short of runway 12.
Prof to 8 means we should be going down, right?
12, holding short, Crusader Tree Mike Yankee.
I don't know why our terrain isn't populating. I'm not sure why we're not. Profing to 8. Nervous why we're not headed down to 8,000 right now. Horbu inbound. Yeah, Horbu should be at 8,000 feet. Why are we not descending? Why did it not?
Allegiant 3468, winds 1106, runway 2, cleared for takeoff. Rolling 2, Allegiant 3468. Crusader Tree Mike Yankee, cross runway 12. Cross 12, Crusader Tree Mike Yankee.
Now she's coming down. Our 28 speed. 210 will go below that. Plus 28. Ah! Stupid dynamic window shades.
Alpine Air 2602 holding short,
Recording's
ready
on.
for departure.
I might have to keel beyond
Alpine Air
ATC.
2602, winds
You're down.
110 at 6, runway 2, cleared for takeoff. 2 cleared for takeoff, Alpine Air 2602.
Because we're going to be flying right into oncoming traffic, I think. Look at this terrain, though. And we're high on path. That's 35. 46. We'll set 3400.
Crusader Tree Mike Yankee holding short of 1-2, ready to go.
Crusader Tree Mike Yankee, 110 and 6.
Yeah, this is not a turn you want to be fast on. Look at all the smoke down here. It's all smoke.
Crusader Tree Mike Yankee.
Glacier Tower Continental 357 on official approach, runway 20.
Continental 357, heavy Glacier Tower, runway 2 assigned. Continue approach runway 2.
25.
Unable, runway 2, Continental 357 heavy.
Stabilizer motion.
Tell the tower, unable, runway 2. We should have terrain. I don't know why we don't have our terrain being depicted here. That's weird. I'm not sure why that is. Man, I'm glad we're on this approach because can't really see anything here. Coming out of the turn, we'll go flaps 50. Run our before landing check. Armed. Flaps 50 coming in. Golly, look at those barn doors going down. Freaking love the MD11 on this. This is what makes it go so much fun. Oh, I can see the runway. 142 set. Alright, autopilot.
Autopilot.
My aircraft. Disconnect the auto throttle, my throttles. This approach altitude will set 7th out. Trim was a little out of whack there. Kill the flight director.
400.
Oh, I don't know how to turn off. I forget where the flight director pause button is. It's alright, just land the jet. A little bit slow. There it is, it's one above it.
Approaching minimum.
Crosswind from the left.
Minimum 200.
Keep the power in on this one, pretty much power on
100.
landing.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Continental 257, heavy contact ground point 6.
Ground point 6, got on 357 heavy. That actually was a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. Holy. Can we fit here? Barely. let's clean it up. Glacier ground, Continental 357 Heavy, clear of runway 20, taxi to the gate.
Continental 357 Heavy, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 1 via Bravo 8, Bravo 5. Good day.
Bravo 8, Bravo 5, good day, Continental 357 Heavy. Now our terrain's working. Weird, man. Alright, we're cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get the lights off. Taxi light. We'll get the no smoking sign on now. Turn off. Oh, I never landed with those on. Strobe lights can come off. Take it to the gate. Get the APU cooking. Yeah, I don't know if we could fit here. I did see a 7.5. There's a private 7.5 here at Kalispell. I'm curious to see what the terminal looks like on this freeware. If it's not good, I might just get the pay there. Yeah, you can see the river on final. I know, Dale. I don't know. My range is at 160. It's like the terrain range is jacked up. You see that? I think it got bugged on our slough, maybe. I think we bugged it out in Slough Road. We didn't have a great gate departure. 7.5? Hey, I know, the 7.5 will be coming soon. 7.5 will be coming real soon. Gosh, though, the sounds, this updated sound pack, just listen. Hold on. I love that, man. A free sound pack. If you want, I noticed you left the throttle on up, but if you do leave it on, retard at 50. Oh yeah, I did. I turned it off, thrust set. Well, I turned it off, cam, not thrust set, because I was afraid that if I left it on, I wasn't sure what my disconnect button was, which I don't know which one it is, bound. So I turned it off manually. Oh shoot, we passed our gate. That was our gate. Oh yeah, this terminal not very good. We need to get the gateway version. You think we can power back in an MD11? Should we try it for testing purposes? Surely you can't power back in an MD11. Let's find out. Sure can. Well, that's not realistic. My immersion is ruined. Yeah, but how sick is that? MD11 power back. Funny thing is, we have that on replay. So if I play the replay and all the way back to the taxi, we'll have us going backwards. I don't think we're going to be able to fit there with that 7.3, but we'll do our best. Almost looks like our nose gear is flat. Oh, you can't open the window? Thrust set. Oh yeah, man, you can. Yeah, you can. Hold on. There you go, thrust set. We're gonna have to modify this parking job here. Actually, I don't think we can do it like this. I want to get a good parking so we can see it on the replay. Shut down. Park brake is set. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kalispell. You're now free to get up. Now, I'm not going to shut it down because we're going to shut it down in the final replay. I want to make sure we have sounds for replay mode. So let's wind it back. Let's see what that looked like. Touchdown. Josh, the Joshua, what's up, man? Thank you for the channel. Thank you for joining the channel, becoming a private pilot, man. Appreciate you. All right, replay's up. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Actually, I did fly in there on a blue hour approach one evening. It was fantastic. It was right about there when I real world approach into here. I think the sounds are going to work. Yeah, they're working. Let me disconnect the yoke. Stop shaking my lab here. Let's run this forward. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at this. Look at that view there. Man, if you want somewhere fun to fly in your Commander, great little GA up here, too. Montana. Flap 50 barn doors. Don't have that on the 220. So this free sound pack, he did say he's still working on additional exterior sounds. So most of the sounds like Pratt and all the GE stuff on the inside is all sound pack. The outside is still default for the most part, but they are continuing to work on external sounds. I love this bare metal inboard flap here. That looks so good. That's a FS Capital thing right there. That's FS Capital texture on the wing. Look at that, man. See what I'm talking about? The mountain just being, what did I hit? No. The mountain just being vertical almost. I'm going to have to pick up the payware one, see if it works in 2020. Because what this doesn't show is this terminal is, it looks like a ski lodge. Flap 50. Did we smash it? had worse. I've had worse. Touchdown, reset. Let's go here. I've definitely had worse. That deck angle for touchdown. Let's see. Nice little crab. Left to right. Crosswind. I mean, I don't think it was a smasher. I don't know if it was a butter, though. But I don't think it was a smasher. Let's see what that would have looked like. Almost at night. What the heck's going on? Mouse is all jacked up. You have this one on the way in. We're going to end it here. Alright, sails coming up.
Autopilot. Autopilot. Altitude.
Autopilot engage. Thrust reverse on the tail is probably one of my favorite parts, Pax, man. How it just opens up on that slit right there on the right here. I do. I love that, my man. Alright, y'all. Enjoy the beautiful final approach RNAV 20 into Kalispell. The heavy MD11. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be able to stream next. It may not be next week, and if it's not next week, it won't be until the week after that. I got a very busy schedule ahead of me. Doing a whole lot of flying. Actually coming up here real world. Going out to Raleigh. Going to Liberia. I'll be flying my butt off for the next 10 days. After that, it lightens up and we'll get back on the stream train. So thank you all for your support. Thank you all for hanging out with me on this Friday afternoon. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Until the next one, hit the like button for me on the way out. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm a V1. See you.